Today we will be making these Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits. I've made them before, but it's been a few years since I did them last, so I guess we'll see how they turn out. According to the mix, we need the pouch of the enclosed mix, 1/2 cup of grated sharp cheddar cheese, which I've already poured into the mixing bowl, a 3/4 cup of water, and the butter and the pouch are for the mix of the garlic butter that we will make later. But for now, we have to mix the cheese, the mix, and the water into a dough. I'm gonna make sure all the stuff on the sides gets mixed into the rest of the batter. Well, the packaging calls it a dough, but just making sure it's evenly distributed. Although I think we're getting to the point where it's not going to make much of a difference. Alright, now we get the sheet out and form the biscuits. It says that it makes 8 to 10 biscuits, but I'm preferring to make more smaller biscuits as opposed to too many large biscuits. And I'll be right back as soon as I've finished. Now we have our biscuits. The recipe says that it makes 8 to 10, but as you can see, I've prepared 12. Now we put them into the oven. The oven has been preheated to 425 degrees, and we will now place them in using oven mitts. And now we'll cook them for 15 minutes. And now we wait. While our biscuits are in the oven, we need to prepare the uh, garlic butter for the biscuits. The recipe calls for 1/4 cup, which is half of the stick here. Excuse me. So we have our stick of butter, and I'll unwrap it now. And we place the butter into our mixing cup, and then we'll microwave it to melt it. Make sure it's centered. We start on a low power level to ensure nothing happens too quickly. I've put it in for 2 minutes, but it should only take about 30 seconds. Our butter is softened, but it's not ready, so I'm going to put it in on a higher power level. So I put it in on power level 5 as opposed to the previous power level 2, and now wait for it to melt. It's difficult to see through the microwave on the camera. See, there we go, we can see it start to melt much more fast. As you can see, there's still some more chunks left, so we need to microwave for a little bit more to keep it on the same power level. We know that if it starts to spatter or sizzle, we need to stop it then. But as soon as it fully melts, we should be able to just pull it right out. Although it's really hard to tell through the microwave. Alright, that's fully melted. So now we take the provided pouch of spices, or herbs rather, here, and then we cut it open, pour it in, and mix. Okay. The powder is largely solidified in the packaging, but nothing that a bit of mixing won't fix. The heat of the butter will especially help out. See, it's already gotten really, really soft, and it's almost gone already. Well, not quite. This smells extremely garlicky. Still some chunks at the bottom, so I need to keep stirring it. We've got about 5.5 minutes left on our timer, so plenty of time. I'm still seeing some chunks in there. They don't seem to be dissolving completely. In any case, I'll get the rest of it off camera and then see you when the biscuits are ready. So now the timer has concluded, and these biscuits, they look pretty ready to me. So we're gonna cancel the timer and then grab these biscuits. Being careful not to burn myself like I did a while ago. Now we apply, well, first we shut the oven, but now using a teaspoon, we apply 1 teaspoon of butter to each biscuit. It's not exactly even, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. And don't worry, I'll clean up the counter from any drips after I'm done. These smell very good. The butter is melting nicely onto the biscuits. Oh, it is already melted, I suppose. There is still a little bit of the solid in the bottom of the butter mix, but that is largely the herbs that come with it, so it's not a big deal. All right. And here we have our finished product. I'll tell you how they taste, and let me know what you want me to make next, and I'll see what I can do. And so these are the biscuits. Here they are compared to the box. They don't look professional, but they look pretty good.